So, I mean, a lady posted on her page about parenting, stating that however your child turns out does not mean that you did not do anything, that you did anything special, and that you are just lucky and blessed as a parent. Now, is this true? Does it mean that all the hard work you put into training your children does not matter? We're talking about role modeling, and I wanted us to link it up to this pastor's issue. Let's not move away from this issue, where somebody who possibly married somebody who is like him, right? Now he's saying that I want you to be like this. Now, this is somebody a young woman whose husband, who is exposed to something else, is now being forced to become who she's not, just because she wants to keep her husband. You know, these are the issues I have. That's on one end. Now, how do we raise a child to be godly, a Christian, but yet sexy?
It goes back to a child is not a child. So everybody has their own independent way of thinking. Yes. No matter what you teach or when they are going to go their way, they are going their way. There's nothing you can do. And she's a human being on his own.
Yeah. Let me say that, of course, there is a part of grace that, oh, God just made this thing happen for you in terms of parenting. You can do your best. There are many influences around a child. But I believe strongly that the child learns more from what you do. There are many things my parents probably said that I did not do. But there are many things I do now, and it is what my mom did. It was the way my dad behaved. I am doing what they did. I am, in terms of my investment, in terms of closing my eyes, I'm learned from their mistakes. I'm modeling, they've modeled it for me. So it's not them telling me, do this, do this, do this. It is me seeing what they did. And I think many times parents expect that is what they say that the children will do. They see the hypocrisy of what you're saying. They see you saying respect, but you're not respecting people around you. So when your child disrespects, it's not because they are disobeying you, that you did not train them well. You trained them well, but you were not doing what you're telling them to do. So they will do what you are doing. If you steal or you're cutting corners, your children will do it. So, but the case of outside influence, the case of strong outside influence is also very there. So they've seen their parents and they see somebody else they prefer, they admire, that is more successful, and they say, Mommy, Daddy, you have said this to me, but your life is not, I don't want your life. I want this life. So regardless of what you do, they are going for that life. That's why I advise parents to be successful.
I just wanted to break holes in what Tope said. She said, I advise parents to be successful.
Yeah, it's all
there is what advice can, if you're a hard worker, I think what you should say is, I advise parents to work hard, not to be successful. Because what is success? Success is relative. Do I want a hush puppy success? Because hush puppy, to some people, was successful.
Yes.
But he was a criminal.
You don't want that kind of success.
Well, allegedly.
Yes. No, not allegedly.
No, they haven't found him guilty yet. No, he hasn't been convicted. So, but apparently a Yahoo person. So success is relative. If you are going to advise your child, please, your parents, it's not success at any cost. Please
work hard.
Work hard. No matter if you don't have to be a millionaire.
One thing with being a child is that there are different stages. So, and I feel that it happens to all of us. You start off just loving your parents and just wanting to be them. In fact, you know, everything. And then you meet other people, and then you have outside influences. And then you're thinking, I don't want anything many people have said, I don't want to be like my mom in any way. And then you get to a point, you get married, start having your children, and then you have this new appreciation for your mother and recognize that the sacrifices she's made, and you now, respect her even better. And then you start to raise your children just as she has raised you. So there's that process. And then there's something also that I have noticed, which is called, they said, oppositional defiant disorder. Which is a child, is just that particular child that no matter what it is that you represent as an adult, as an authority for me, I will oppose this, I'll be defiant against it, I'll be stubborn to it. So you have children that, because even the fact that you're just Christian, I'm going to be the opposite of what you want. And it's not your fault. That's just the child's nature.
You know, I just got a light bulb effect a few minutes ago, because we're talking about modeling. And it just occurred to me now that growing up as a child, I used to go to Corona Primary School. And my aunt, Mrs. Adeshoko, she's probably watching, she used to come pick up her kids in school. And, she had this corporate look. You know, just very, that the kind of look. My mom was a Lagos brand, like she had stores in the Akpogbo, she was selling importer, exporter. So she didn't have time to be coming to doing school run. So my aunt was the one doing that school run. But I realized that I almost modeled myself after my aunt, Mrs. Adeshokon, because my mom is a fashionista. She does her nails, her hair, her makeup. She was constantly taking pictures. Photo shoot. My mother was the inventor. Every birthday photo shoot. She was a fashionista. I'm not like that. I just never gravitated towards that because I was looking at the corporate image of my aunt wearing her sketch suit, coming to school, checking our books, making sure that we did our assignments, you know, doing assignments. You know, that was what I gravitated towards. And she wasn't the makeup person. She wasn't the nail doing. So I think the adult I became modeled her, even as I grew up. So I think also as parents, even though you're not the perfect sister Mary, you're not the perfect person, have people around your children, expose your children to good positive influences around, so that they can have options.
The options will always be good.
Even though, they're good options, but you are, even though you are your sister Mary mommy, you are your mother in Israel, let your daughters or your husband, your sons, have uncles and aunties who have good values, but have different ways of life, so that they can then choose from these good options. So that you don't expose your children to negativity.
I agree.